വെൽക്കം ബാക്ക് ടു ടീച്ച് ഫ്രം ഹാർട്ട്. NIOS +2 പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ സയൻസിൻ്റെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് അസൈൻമെൻ്റ് ആണ് ഇന്നത്തെ വീഡിയോ. നിങ്ങൾ ഈ ചാനൽ ആദ്യമായി കാണുന്നവരാണെങ്കിൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക, സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഓപ്ഷൻ എ ആണ്. ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ലിമിറ്റേഷൻസ് ടു ദി റൈറ്റ് ടു ഫ്രീഡം പ്രൊവൈഡഡ് അണ്ടർ ഫണ്ടമെൻ്റൽ റൈറ്റ്സ് സെക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് അവർ കോൺസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ. The Indian Constitution grants varied fundamental freedoms to the citizen of India. Right to freedom is one of the most fundamental freedoms enshrined in the Indian Constitution. The right to freedom ensures rights for people to lead a life with dignity. It is the existence of these freedoms that brings meaning to democracy. Freedom is a state under which individuals can speak, act, and seek pleasure without undue external restrictions. The right to freedom often propagates an individual in social and political life. Article 19, 20, 21A and 22 consist of provisions concerning the right to freedom. 6 freedoms are granted to any citizen in the country as provided in Article 19. They are freedom of speech and expression, freedom to assemble peacefully without arms, freedom to form associations or unions, freedom to move freely throughout India, freedom to reside and settle in any part of India, freedom to practice any profession or carry on business, occupation or trade. By enforcing Article 19(2) of the Constitution, the state can enforce reasonable restrictions on the exercise of the right to freedom of speech and expression based on 8 grounds. They are defamation, contempt of court, decency or morality, security of the state, friendly relations with the other states, incitement to an offense, sedation, public order. Second question option A ആണ്. If the president's rule is imposed in a state, list out 2 consequences arising out of it. Article 356 of the Constitution of India is based on Section 93 of the Government of India Act 1935. According to Article 356, President's rule can be imposed on any state of India on the grounds of the failure of the constitutional machinery. This is of 2 types. If the President receives a report from the state's governor or otherwise is convinced or satisfied that the state's situation is such that the state government cannot carry on the governance according to the provisions of the Constitution. Article 365. As per this article, President's rule can be imposed if any state fails to comply with all directions given by the Union on matters it is empowered to. Consequences of President's rule. The governor carries on with the administration of the state on behalf of the president. He or she takes the help of the state's chief secretary and other advisors or administrators whom he or she can appoint. When the parliament is not in session, the president can promulgate ordinance with respect to the state's administration. Third question option A. Information technology has ensured good governance. Analyze. Information technology has ensured that a policy decision taken by the government can be quickly executed and implemented at multiple locations across the length and breadth of the country. It also ensures transparency, accountability while assuring quick and effective responsiveness of government to citizens' problems and suggestions. Government has taken much of the e-governance initiatives for effective public service delivery. Also, when combined with emerging technologies, it can help in achieving sustainable development goals. There is an unprecedented opportunity for community collective choice whereby citizens who are affected by a set of governing rules can help to select and frame policy, rank spending priorities, and can in partnership with their local government representatives. Such mechanism may help in strengthening social audit. For example, citizens can directly give suggestions to the government of MyGov platform. Fourth question. State how will you protect your fundamental rights in case of its violation. Fundamental rights are a group of rights that have been recognized by the Supreme Court as requiring a high degree of protection from government encroachment. These rights are specifically identified in the Constitution, especially in the Bill of Rights, or have been found under due process. Laws encroaching on a fundamental rights generally must pass strict scrutiny to be upheld as constitutional. In case of any violation of fundamental right, the aggrieved person can approach the High Court or the Supreme Court for remedy. Moreover, any person can go to court against the violation of the fundamental right if it is of social or public interest. It is called the public interest litigation, PIL. Under this, any citizen or group of citizens can approach the Supreme Court or the High Court for the protection of public interest against a particular law or action of the government. One can write to the judges even on a postcard. The court will take up the matter of the judge's find. Next, fifth question, option A. Suggest various measures to ensure corruption-free society. There is no silver bullet for fighting corruption. Many countries have made significant progress in curbing corruption. However, practitioners are always on the lookout for solutions and evidence of impact. Here are 5 ways to citizens and government can make progress in the fight against corruption. 1. End impunity. Effective law enforcement is essential to ensure the corrupt are punished and break the cycle of impunity or freedom from punishment or loss. Successful enforcement approaches are supported by a strong legal framework, law enforcement branches, and an independent and effective court system. Second, reform public administration and finance management. Reforms focusing on improving financial management and strengthening the role of auditing agencies have in many countries achieved greater impact than public sector reforms on curbing corruption. One such reform is the disclosure of budget information, which prevents waste and misappropriation of resources. Example, Transparency International Sri Lanka promotes transparent and participatory budgeting by training local communities to comment on the proposed budgets of their local government. Third, promote transparency and access to information. Countries successfully at curbing corruption have a long tradition of government opens, freedom of the press, transparency, and access to information. Access to information increases the responsiveness of government bodies while simultaneously having a positive effect on the level of public participation in a country. Fourth, empower citizen. Strengthening citizen demand for anti-corruption and empowering them to hold government accountable is a sustainable approach that helps to build mutual trust between citizens and government. For example, community monitoring initiatives have in some cases contributed to the detection of corruption, reduced leakage of funds, and improved the quantity and quality of public services. Fifth, close international loopholes. Without access to the international financial system, corrupt public officials throughout the world would not be able to launder and hide the proceeds of looted state assets. Major financial centers urgently need to put in place ways to stop their banks and cooperating offshore financial centers from absorbing illicit flows of money. ഇത്രയുമാണ് അസൈൻമെൻറ്റ്, അതായത് പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ സയൻസിലെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലുള്ള അസൈൻമെൻറ്റ് 5 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്.